Understand equation of special lines passing through a given point. I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In this video, we'll discuss how do we find equation of line from the given graph. We have four different type of examples. So this is a very special video where we are considering four different cases. One, when the line is horizontal, the other one is when the line is vertical, and an example of direct variation along with partial variation. In the earlier videos, we have seen how do we write equation of a line when some graphs are given to us. For example, this one, right? So we had six examples in that case, and we wrote the equation in the form of y equals to mx plus b. Now, in this particular case, we are going to understand few things more, and you will also get to know how do we immediately write down the equation of the given line. So, some shortcut methods, right? Okay, great. Let me also thank all the viewers and subscribers for watching the videos, posting excellent comments. Since last 15 years, we are providing you with absolutely free services. We have 17,000 plus videos so far, which are being watched over 80 countries. Quality education for all. Absolutely free quality education for all. Quality education for all is our motive, and we need your support for that, correct? So, thanks for your support. Anytime you're ready, you can support. Every dollar counts. Great. So, let's get back to our current video in which we are going to write down equations of four given lines. You see line 1, which is a horizontal line, and then line 2, which is a vertical line, and then we have a line 3, which is direct variation, and line 4, which is a partial variation. So, question number 1, how do we write equation of a horizontal line? So, generally, we write equation in the form y equals to mx plus b. Now, if the horizontal line is being considered, which is right there, you will notice that it goes through a point P, which is 1 minus 2. So it is going through a point P, which is 1 minus 2. So you see that at every point, the y value is exactly same. Y value is exactly same, and y is equal to minus 2. So that becomes the equation of the line. You see the y-intercept is also minus 2, right? And what is the slope here? Well, slope is 0 since it is not at all rising. Rise over run is slope, right? So consider m as rise over run. Now, since rise is 0, so anything here will make it 0, right? So that is one reason. M is 0. So we are looking only for the y-intercept. Y-intercept being minus 2. And everywhere along this line, as you can see, y value remains constant. So it is the constant value of y which gives the equation of a horizontal line. So in general, horizontal line will be the y value of the line. Correct? Well, let's extend the same concept to a vertical line. Vertical line in this particular case is line 2. So as you can see, line 2 is a vertical line which passes through a point which is, in this particular case, P 1 minus 2. So you see, at every point, x value is what? It is 1. And therefore, the equation of this vertical line is x equals to 1. Makes sense. Now, important thing to understand here is that you cannot really write down the equation in the type y equals to mx plus b. Since what is the slope here? Slope is something, right, over 0. Now this is undefined, right? Do you see that? Since the slope is undefined, we cannot write equation in the form y equals to mx plus b. The only equation which you can write is the x value remaining constant, right? So as you can see here, x remains constant, right? And that gives you the equation which is x equals to 1 in this particular case when the line is passing through the point p, which is 1 minus 2. Makes sense, right? Well, the next example, question number 3, is a direct variation. Direct variation really means that the line passes through origin, right? Do you see this line, which is line number 3? It passes through origin. And more than that, it also passes through a point P, which is 1 minus 2. So there are 2 points on it. One A, which is 0, 0, very well defined. And then we have a point P, which is 1 minus 2. Now, using these 2 points, we can always find the slope. So, what is the slope here? Slope in this case is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is minus 2 minus 0 over 1 minus 0, which is minus 2. Clear? The line going down, right? You can always see it goes 2 units, right? 1, 2, and then 1 unit towards the right. So the slope is minus 2. Since the y-intercept is the origin itself, the equation of the line is y equals to m times x, right? Since we know b equals to 0, right? So we can write down this equation as y equals to the slope of minus 2 times x, correct? So directly we can get the equation since we know the y-intercept, right? And the slope we just calculated as minus 2. It's a direct variation as it goes through the origin. So I hope till now everything is absolutely clear. You may, if you want to learn from me directly, send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Our students are right there on the top doing extremely well. You can be there. Well, here is the last question. We're talking about partial variation. Partial variation means that the line is not going through the origin. You see this line, which is line number 4 for us. It is passing through a point on the y axis at minus 3. So here, the value of b is equal to minus 3. That is the y intercept, right? In this case, the y intercept is minus b, right? So the equation y equals to mx plus b can be written as mx minus 3. We need to find the value of m. Let's consider 2 points. So one is the y-intercept, which let me call this as a, and which is given to us as 0 minus 3. And the other point is point p, which is 1 minus 2. Now from here you can find the slope m, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And clearly it is minus 3 minus of minus 2 over 0 minus 1, which is minus 3 plus 2 over minus 1. And that gives you a slope of minus 1 over minus 1, which is plus 1. So you can see the line is rising. It has to have a positive slope, being 1 in this particular case. And we know the value of b is minus 3. And therefore, the equation is what? Well, clearly, the equation will be y equals to 1x, right? So we don't write 1 here, x minus 3. That becomes the equation. Do you see that? So in this particular case, we have seen four special examples. All lines are going through which point? Through point P, right? And point P is 1 minus 2. So horizontal line, if I see, is 1 in which y value is constant, correct? And vertical line x value is constant. That is kind of important to understand. In direct variation, we have y equals to some constant times x, where constant is the slope, and a partial variation is a general line which is written in the form y equals to mx plus b, where we need to find the slope, right? Using m equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I hope this concept is absolutely clear. So with that, we come to an end of this video. In case you really want to learn from us, send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Let me again thank all the viewers and subscribers for their excellent comments, encouragement, and donations. Thank you and all the best.